It's showtime at Homestead, Miami.
Andre Baranowskis at the line, steals it in the Indy 250.
Morgan to Baxter's in trouble, and they go. Gordon to the wall, jumps right around.
Side by side on the final lap, coming to the checkered flag.
Steve Morgan, the last lap pass, and the victory in Las Vegas.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 3 in season number 4 of the NOFSRL Herr's Dash Series. And we are here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway for our second straight Super Speedway of the season. We had a wild one at Daytona. 1/1000th of a second at the line for Eric Monaco to get his second straight win. He's the only driver yet this season to win a race. None of the other 39 drivers have gone the victory lane yet this season. No, we've only had 2 races, but normally we get 2 different winners in the first 2 races of the season. But either way, we're here at Armory Digital. Tomorrow we're going to have the Turkey Hill Series here. So a little special Easter weekend here on Napa Fans. We got some Armory Digital racing going on in the Herr's Dash Series and the Turkey Hill Series. Chick-fil-A Cup Series is off this weekend, so the highlight is going to be on these guys and the Turkey Hill Series guys tomorrow. So it's going to be a fun weekend here from the Armory Digital Super Speedway. And of course, we just started off the season, but obviously, you know, Eric Monaco is going to be leading in the points here. He's got 91 towards the championship in the first 2 races. He is 1 point away from having the maximum amount. He did not lead the most laps at Daytona, but he's definitely done an excellent job so far. Derek Hamill, who pushed Monaco to the race victory at Daytona, is 18 points behind. Then it's Mason Brown, 22 points behind. Parker Smith, 29 points behind. And then a tie for 5th between Josh Williamson and Zach Winkle, both 30 points behind, coming into the Washington 150 from Armory Digital. Should be a good one here tonight around this 2.6 mile super speedway. Probably my favorite fictional racetrack in Enter 2003. It's my most widely used fictional racetrack that I have in the Napa Fan Leagues, no doubt about it. I believe every series except IndyCar has come here before, or maybe that and sports cars, but we've had a lot of races here before at the Armory Digital Super Speedways, and we got a lot of crazy ones that have happened here as well, and a lot of crazy ones to come at that, so it's going to be interesting to see how this 12-lap race goes. Silas Orta, and yes, I still have yet to change the back name on the number 16 machine. My apologies, I just haven't gotten to it. Justin Lightning's going to be starting alongside him there on the front row. Then we got ourselves Joey Hightower and Andrew Miller in row number 2. And go on to row 3, Ethan Lewis alongside the 23 of Nathan Faden. And there he is, Eric Monaco, winner of the first 2 races this season alongside Sebastian Kukalam, Nikolay Sykes, and Mason Brown round out the top 10. Of course, the ratings, I believe, have come into play a little bit. I think it's kind of obvious with the guys who qualify well. And we're going to have to see how those good qualifiers do in a race like this. I mean, Eric Monaco came out of nowhere to win that race at Daytona, and here he is, going to be starting 7th at Armory Digital. We're going to have to see if he can move his way to the front. Of course, it's a very short race. It's 4 laps shorter than the race we had on Tuesday, so these guys are not going to have as much time to work their way to the front if they're starting in the back or if they fall to the back of the race. I do know this, Silas Orta doing a pretty good job in qualifying. He was actually one of those guys who was up front at Daytona on Tuesday, and he's going to have a shot at getting a little bit of redemption after not winning that race a couple days ago. But either way, everyone is rolling off. Pace truck is down, and we are ready to get this race started from the Armory Digital Super Speedway, the only fictional racetrack we'll have this season in the Herr's Dash Series. But it's going to be a pretty good one here from Seattle, Washington. Green flag in the air. We are racing in the Washington 150. Already, Eric Monaco dove right to the inside of Ethan Lewis and Nathan Faden. And he's in a battle now. He's in the 4th position, looking to get to the inside of the outside pole sitter. Here comes Joey Hightower on the inside of Silas Orta. Now, I think it's very important to realize here, I know we're early on in the season, we've yet to go to a speedway. We have 11 of those on the schedule, and most of you guys picked higher ratings for the speedways, and that might be an interesting sign as we go down throughout the season. These first two races, or first three races I should say, really aren't a good measure to how the whole season's going to go, because we only have ourselves, I think, 3 super speedways and 4 short tracks on the schedule, and we've yet to go to one of the 11 speedways that we're going to have. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Either way, Hightower going to get a bonus point towards the championship right there, and here comes Matt Dalio out of nowhere. The number 40 machine going straight to the race lead to the inside of Nikolai Sykes. Here comes Josh Williamson. And you see Eric Monaco way up there in the 56 machine. He's fallen back quite a bit. Not entirely sure if got shoved out there on that outside lane or what, but he got a really good start to this race, but did not capitalize on it. Even our pole sitter, Silas Orta's back in there in the number 16. Here comes Alexander Rowe. Had a very unfortunate outing at Daytona. Ended up blowing an engine early on. That he's going to try to redeem himself from that mistake and go to the point here at Armory Digital to the race lead. He's looking for his 3rd win of the year on NAPA. He's already won the Daytona 500 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And, of course, also won at Phoenix in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series as well. Justin Zeidel, and here comes Derek Hamill. Of course, Derek Hamill had a really good run, finished 3rd at Daytona on Tuesday. And now he's up inside the top 5. Sebastian Kukulon and Justin Lightning able to get back on the inside lane there, or outside pole sitter. A little bit of close racing right there between Mason Brown and Silas Orta. Looks like they almost got into each other there midway through the pack, but thankfully they kept it together. But we've had a lot of passing go on up front so far here at Armory Digital. Justin Zeidel holding on, but here comes Derek Hamill on the inside with help from Sebastian Kukulon. Christian Master up here. Master trying to get some redemption after what happened to him at Bristol. You got Dan Park here as well. And it does appear that inside lane is looking really strong here tonight at the Armory Digital Superspeedway. There's Derek Hamill. He is not going to lead that lap. Kukulon able to get the bonus point on the inside lane. The inside lane seems very strong for these guys now. It's also important to realize these guys are not using CTS physics. They're using GNS physics. So it's not the traditional truck racing that we normally see. So that also plays an effect on how these guys race. They're not as close to each other as they normally are. The downforce is a lot lower, so that definitely plays into effect on how these guys run here at Armory Digital. We've seen races. We saw the race in the Turkey Hill Truck Series back in December. McAnsel and the Wang, we led over half of the race to come home with the victory in that one so far. Every lap in this one has been a different leader. And the way they are racing here in Armory Digital, very possibly we could end up with a wreck. Now, if a caution does come out, it should only be a 2-lap or at the most a 3-lap caution. So shortened caution periods here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway. Since it's a very short race, we cut that down. And I'm actually wrong about that because I set that for the daytime version and not the nighttime version. So we're going to have to hope they don't wreck, because if they do, then it will be an extended caution period. I wasn't thinking about that. I forgot to change it. I've thrown this series together, and I apologize for it. It could be a lot better, but hey, give you guys a little bit of racing entertainment while nothing else is going on. That's the whole point of it. Nathan Baird there going to clear on the outside of Ryan Durrani. Now they're starting to actually get onto a single-file train up front with Kukulon leading the field in the 15. Very interesting stuff right here. You got Christian Master there in the number 8 on the outside of Mason Brown and Dan Park. Seems like a lot of these positions have solidified out. Marty Johnson there, Nikolai Sykes, they got to be careful. I call it the Armory Squeeze. It's entering turn number 1 right there. That's straightaway before you enter that first corner, and sometimes they just get a little too close to each other, and in the wall they go. Eric Monaco, definitely not in a position he's used to. Of course, the style of super speedway racing here at Armory Digital is so much different to literally every other super speedway we go to, which is Daytona and Talladega. We only have 2 other super speedways that we normally go to. But these guys, they actually run restrictor plates here, and that makes it a little bit interesting. And you can see the way these guys race, the way they spread out. It's not very common for Daytona or Talladega to have this type of racing, but we get it here at Armory Digital, and that's what makes this place special. There goes the 18 of Mason Brown, looking at the inside of Kukulon. He's got a lap lead right there. That's good for Mason Brown, who is currently 3rd in the championship standings. Every point counts in this series. A strict points championship throughout the whole 20-race season. Austin Colano to the inside. Of course, guys like Mason Brown and Austin Colano, this is the only series that they are currently in. not in the Turkey Hill Series of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series right now, so they want to take every advantage they possibly can. The same goes for Eric Monaco. This is Monaco's only series right now, so good to see those guys have some success, because this is their only opportunity, at least at the moment, at least until the IndyCar Series starts later in the year, for them to be in a series in 2020. There goes Logan Williams. Now, he is in a series. He's going to be racing tomorrow in the Turkey Hill Series race. He's running the inside lane there on Mason Brown. Right behind him, it's the 51 of Owen Miles. Joey Hightower's up here as well, and you got Noah Clifton there in the 2 machine. Josh Williamson, Christian Master in the middle of a interesting situation right there. You got Andrew Williams on the inside there, and Kugelon really getting out of line. Looks like Durrani's going to make a move to the inside of him. And another thing you probably have noticed, there's a lot of 4 wide going on here at Armory Digital, but this is a place where they can actually go 4 wide and keep it together. Very common to see 4 wide here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway. Austin Colano, Logan Williams side by side for the race lead. Here comes Owen Miles in the number 51. Noah Clifton, a great run for him so far. Williamson looking to go back to the inside lane, have a shot at this one. Christian Master as well. Of course, we know Master's a good driver. He's one of the longest running drivers on NAPFan, if not, well, he's not one of the, he's not the longest running driver. I was about to say that, but he's not. But he's one of the longest running drivers. Zidell in the outside wall significantly. Oh, they got to be careful, and my goodness, what a save by Dan Park. They almost wrecked it, but Dan Park was able to save it, but it's not really going to do him much good. To the back of the field goes the number 9. Tough break there for Dan Park. Not sure if he gained enough damage or he's going to have to come down the pit lane or not, but either way, even if we did have it set for a 3-lap caution, they wouldn't have gotten back to racing anyway, so we're in that threshold regardless. If we get a caution, the race is going to end. But that right there split the field up, and that's going to make things a little bit interesting here. Coming down to the finish, and look at who's on that inside lane. Once again, it's Eric Monaco in the 56. Matt Dalio, Daniel McMillan ahead of him. It's really anybody's race. Owen Miles now in the outside wall. Tough break for him right there. He was running up front not too long ago. He's going to fall back. It's only 3 laps to go. Here in the Washington 150, Mike Thompson, who almost won at Bristol. I mean, Eric Monaco is this close to not having any wins this season. He almost lost Bristol. Mike Thompson got to the inside right at the end of the race, but couldn't hold it. And Parker Smith lost out by 1/1000th of a second to Monaco. I mean, Monaco is this close to not having any wins yet, but he's won both of them so far. How about Daniel McMillan looking to the inside? Matt Dalio. Those guys are teammates in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. They're going to help each other out on that inside lane coming to 2 laps to go. It is realistically still anybody's game if you're in this lead pack, I think. Even if you're on that outside lane, these guys are all over the place right now. Daniel McMillan to the inside. It's been a long time since he's won a race on NAPFan. Been over 2 years, I do believe, or roughly right around 2 years. Rockingham Season 7 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series last time he's been in the victory lane. And he's going to pull right out to the race lead. Dalio could not hold the inside at all. And he's fallen back tremendously. Now it's McMillan's turn to maneuver the lines behind him, but Colano's got to run on the outside lane. And Austin Colano's been the guy on the outside lane getting the run each lap. But McMillan the shorter way around the racetrack with help from Mike Thompson. Gonna try to take this one away, but Colano is gonna remain on the outside. And it's gonna be a side-by-side battle. White flag in the air in the Washington 150 for Austin Colano in the number 6. Matt Dalio coming back on the number 40 machine, and he's on the inside with Logan Williams. They shot Mike Thompson out in the middle, and they're still side-by-side for the race lead coming to the checkered flag. Daniel McMillan and Austin Colano, a veteran and a rookie there, going side by side. Colano's worked that outside lane these last few laps, but we're going to have to see if McMillan has anything for him on the inside lane. McMillan's really got to work that inside hard, and don't look now, here comes Eric Monaco. You might want to watch for him. Once again, 3 wide for second. McMillan's going to clear. Try to clear at least for the race lead. He's not going to do it quite yet. 3 wide, coming to the line. Austin Colano on the outside lane is going to get it here at Armory Digital. And that is a well-deserved race victory for Austin Colano. He worked that outside lane and led the last few laps of the race there. McMillan just did not have enough, but finishing in the 4th position. Eric Monaco almost did it again, but he could not get there. And how about Justin Zeidel? He was in the outside wall just a few laps ago. Rounded out to a top 10 finish for that number 98 machine. Well, that was all over the place right there, but Austin Colano edges out Daniel McMillan for the race victory. Great run for McMillan, great run for Joey Hightower, and Mason Brown finishing in the 5th position. Very fun race here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway. We got ourselves another race coming tomorrow in the Turkey Hill Series, so that'll be a fun one. But how about that one right there? And another really close finish, not near as close as Daytona, I should say. 0.08. 0.018. I can't read anymore. But McMillan almost had it, but he just could not hold off Austin Colon on the outside lane. He ran that outside the last few laps there. Joey Hightower, Eric Monaco, Mason Brown, Logan Williams, Justin Zeidel, Christian Russell. Great run for him. Matt Delia finishing top 10 again. And then Nathan Baird finishing in the 10th position. Take a look at the rest of the results right there. And remember what happened to Dan Park. He almost lost it and wrecked the field. Lost the draft, finished 19 seconds behind. A tough break there for Derek Hamill as well, who was second in the points coming into this race. He finished 39th. Tough break for a pole sitter as well, Silas Orta, finishing 28th in this race. But my goodness, if you liked that, you're going to love tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. It's the Armory Digital 250 in the Turkey Hill Series, race number 9 for those guys. Like I mentioned, Chick-fil-A Cup Series is off this weekend because it's Easter, but they'll be back next weekend for the Cheerwine 400 from Rockingham. And these guys will also be at Rockingham next week as well. However, we're going to head to Atlanta next for these guys. The first true speedway for these guys. That race is going to be fun there around that mile-and-a-half racetrack in Atlanta, Georgia. And then we'll get to Rockingham a week from now in the Herr's Dash Series. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Austin Colano on his race victory here at Armory Digital. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Armory Digital 250 in the Turkey Hill Series. I will see you guys later.